Start of the second half is upon us on a very comfortable evening here in New York City as we welcome you specifically to the Bronx and Yankee Stadium as the Mariners open up the first of three against the Bronx Bombers. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew on hand here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Mariners that will face Masahiro Tanaka.
Thank you, Dave. And tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, Brad Miller. Interesting to see Brad at the top of the lineup, but going into the break, he was one of the hot hitters for the Mariners. So Lloyd McClendon getting the second half started with Brad, leading things off. Then to Seager. Robinson Cano in his career here at Yankee Stadium. A .311 batting average with 79 home runs. So hopefully that means he's going to have a big weekend. You have Cruz, Smith, and Jackson hitting in the middle of the lineup. Cruz, the DH today. Ackley, we've talked about his second half. Did pretty well going into the break. Hopefully that continues for the Mariners. He will bat seventh. Morrison and Zunino will round out the nine for the Mariners. And for Tanaka on the year, 5-3 record, a 3.63 ERA. Over the 67 innings he has worked, he has 67 strikeouts, only 13 walks. He's given up 10 home runs. Opponents hitting just .224 against the right-hander. And a look at the defense for the Yankees, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Gardner, the all-star, getting the start in left field. Ellsbury in center. Chris Young out in right. Chase Headley, the former Padre, at third base. Gregorius and Ref Snyder are playing up the middle. Mark Teixeira at first. And Brian McCann will do the catching.
Earlier this week, he could have cut the humidity with a knife. Right now, it's 59%, 76 degrees here in New York City. But the humidity is set to return tomorrow and Sunday. So drink lots of water if you're coming to the ballpark over the next couple of days. Masahiro Tanaka was really tough on the Mariners back in Seattle.
He really was. And if you look at that outing, he went 7 innings, giving up just 3 hits. 1 earned run in his last outing against the Athletics, 7 2/3, only 2 hits and 1 earned run. So he's really been on his game. You see the 114 pitches. Typically, he doesn't get there. Joe Girardi, the manager, likes to get him out when he's between 90 and 100. Tanaka's fastball, 91, 92 miles an hour. At times, you will see 94. Of course, he has the great split. His slider has also been a very good secondary pitch for him.
Mariners made a roster move earlier this afternoon. Tom Wilhelmsen is back in the fold. Recalled from Tacoma. 4 shutout innings in 4 games with the Rainiers, and Danny Farquhar sent back to Tacoma. His record with the Mariners not good, 0-3 with a 6.23 and 3.01 opponent's batting average. Well, here we go for the 4th time this season. Brad Miller's going to be the leadoff man for the Mariners. Brad swinging the bat well lately, and maybe he's going to be the spark that gets the Mariners going here in the second half, hitting .362 over his last 15 ball games. Bud McClendon. Team meeting, and he didn't leave anything unturned.
No, he didn't. But you know, again, he's honest, and the numbers speak for themselves. The guys are certainly aware of what's going on in the first half, trying to get things turned around. You mentioned the numbers for Brad going into the break. Very good.
Dribbler attacked by Teixeira, back up, touches the bag, and there's one down.
Lloyd McClendon also, every left-handed hitter he had available, they're all in the lineup today, and I like the fact he's moved Seager up. Give these guys a chance, and one of the biggest reasons why is the right field porch here at the stadium. Only 314 down the right field line, so trying to give the lefties an opportunity to hit a few fly balls out of the ballpark.
Here's Kyle Seager on a 6-game hitting streak, getting it done. 11 for his last 23. Roll call here. The bleacher creatures out in right field. A Yankee Stadium tradition. They salute all the players, and players usually give a wave or tip of the cap or a nod. 1-0 to Seager.
Yankees have the shift on with Kyle hitting. Gregorius, the shortstop, you can see him over on the right side of second base. So Chase Headley, the third baseman, only one on the left side of the infield.
Seager was the final batter that Tanaka faced in the 7th inning back in Seattle. In his only previous appearances, a drive left field backing up Gardner. He was in the All-Star game, makes the play. Joe Girardi won a world championship as a player. A couple of them as a player, as a catcher, and one as a manager. His ball club in first place. 14 consecutive days now atop the American League East, which is at times looks like a 5-car pileup.
It does.
Robinson Cano, the hitter. And being back here in New York these last few days, if I've had it asked once, I've had it 30 times. What's going on with Cano?
And your answer is?
Second half's coming up, everybody. He's a .318 second half hitter over the course of his career.
Trending in that direction.
Yes, sir. Robbie went 0 for 3 against Tanaka. That was back on Wednesday, June 3rd. 3-1 Yankee win. Tanaka retired the final 13 men that he faced. Gave up a run on 3 hits in the 3rd inning, with Ackley doubling in a run. Backing up is Ellsbury. Back off the DL again. And an easy inning for Tanaka in the first. Needed 8 pitches to get his 3 outs. Mike Montgomery 3-0 on the road. Here he comes when we return. Ninth start coming up for young Mike Montgomery, and tonight the first time he's facing a team for the second time. And here's a look at the Yankee batting order for this evening.
And for manager Joe Girardi, leading things off, it will be Jacoby Ellsbury, and then it's Gardner. There's the speed and the length. Those two guys want to keep them off the bases. The DH, Alex Rodriguez, this year against the Mariners, an .091 batting average. Teixeira, McCann, and Young in the middle of the lineup. Headley, Gregorius, and Ref Snyder, the number 9 hitter for the Yankees. For Ref Snyder, just his 3rd game in the big leagues. And for Montgomery on the year, a 2.29 ERA, 34 strikeouts, just 13 walks. Opponents hitting just .209 against him.
Road record outstanding, 3-0 and .087 ERA. Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well, this will be interesting to see him pitch against a team for the second time for the first time in his career. In his first outing against the Yankees, he went 6 innings, just 4 hits, 1 earned run. Really pitched well, and a key for him, like it is for most pitchers, is locating his fastball, especially early in the ball game in this ballpark. The Yankees have really played well at home this year, and you want to keep them in the ballpark. 25-16 at home.
And a quick dismissal of Jacoby Ellsbury, who was on the DL last time the Mariners faced the Yankees. 1 down.
Take a look at the defense playing behind Mike Montgomery this evening. Brought to you by American Family Insurance. Dustin Ackley getting the start in left field. Jackson to center. Seth Smith out and right. Seager the 3rd baseman. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison at first. Mike Zunino doing the catching. Nelson Cruz the DH tonight.
There's Brett Gardner. Selected to the All-Star team, replacing Alex Gordon, who was injured right a couple 3 days before the All-Star game. First time trip to the All-Star game for Brett. Home plate umpire tonight, Quinn Walcott. Crew chief Gary Cedarstrom's at first, Eric Cooper at second, and Lance Barksdale at third. Two and one to Gardner. Gardner with plus speed, get him on a base path, can be dangerous. Leads the club with 15 stolen bases, been caught 3 times on a chopper foul. Enjoy your break?
I did. How about you?
Very
Must
much
have been
so.
nice for you to be home for a little bit.
Absolutely. Got together with family and friends, walked around, did some things. The heat that you missed, I'm telling you, you missed the humidity. You're going to catch it tomorrow.
That's okay.
You'll be all right. Hey, polos tomorrow, everybody. No shirt and tie.
You kind of expect it this time of the year, don't you?
Well, hey, July 17, 18, yeah. Eastern Seaboard, absolutely. 3-2. And Gardner's aboard. Let's take a look at our Arco top-tier performer, Mike Montgomery. His June 2nd Major League debut against these Yankees. Tony Pena, first base coach. And here's what Mike did in the 6 innings. He was impressive. We came into the game not knowing what to expect. He was to get picked up March 30, 31, and he was outstanding.
I'll take it a step further. Actually not expecting too much from him. But you can see 97 pitches go to 6 innings, and he was very impressive and continues to do that as he's working his way through his Major League career. I did see the 2 walks on there. Again, in this ballpark, let's have a chance to get away with that here at home. I mean, the Yankees, what they do is they hit home runs. They're second in the American League in home runs, and you can see Alex Rodriguez with 18 of them.
6 players in double figures in home runs. Good off-speed pitch gets ahead of Alex 0-2.
Mike has all the pitches. His fastball is going to be anywhere from 90 to 93 miles an hour. His changeup has 10-mile separation. That last changeup right there at 80 miles an hour. Also mix in a slider and a curveball.
Swing and a miss, and Rodriguez is gone. 2 outs here with the man aboard. He made it 3 pitches to get A-Rod and 3 to get Ellsberg.
Take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo on the swing by Alex Rodriguez. Looks like he's out in front of a slider, 87 miles an hour. Mike will also mix in a cutter, a cut fastball he'll use against the right-handers.
There's Mark Teixeira. 3rd time going to the All-Star game. He looks at strike 1. Inside. 1-1 to count to Teixeira. 1 for 3 against Montgomery. Against Teixeira, center fielder Austin Jackson shading towards left center, leave a big gap between Jackson and Seth Smith, the right fielder. 1-1 pitch. Back safely is Gardner.
With Gardner at first base, Mike's going to have his work cut out for him to give Zunino a chance to throw him out if he decides to seal. For Gardner, what we've seen over the years is, one, he gets a pretty good lead. You can see him getting his lead right there, and you have to make him stop. He'll start to inch a little bit more, and if you don't make him stop, he will try to steal.
Bouncing ball goes foul, fielded by Joe Espada, third base coach. Teixeira's been tough on the Mariners, a .291 career hitter. 35 home runs and 90 runs batted in. He's also struck out 101 times. Two and two. Gardner back safely. Wind blowing from the right field foul pole towards the left field foul pole here at the stadium. Look out. Boy, it's a left-hand hitter. You look down the right field line, 314. I'm watching during batting practice. And even right-handers, they get that fastball away, and they're just punching it out there. Montero was killing it out there. So was a couple other guys. It was Goody and Trumbo. Swing and a miss. How about Montgomery in the first inning? He walks Gardner, but K's Ellsbury, Rodriguez, and Teixeira. To the second inning we go. (1977 and 1997). And a reminder to you folks, get ready to provide the soundtrack for next Friday's fireworks night, presented by Seattle City Light. It's a sing-along edition to great rock classics such as Don't Stop Believin', Shout, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Be on hand to enjoy next Friday's post-game fireworks show. You pick up tickets at mariners.com. Here we go, second inning at the stadium. Nelson Cruz, third consecutive year at All-Star. Texas, Baltimore, and now the Mariners. Big swing and a miss. Great first half by Nelly.
See what he did in the month of July, 326, couple of home runs. I'd like to see him have a couple more months like that.
Bouncing ball goes foul. By far the Mariners' most consistent offensive play.
Without question. And I think that Jack Zarenza getting an opportunity to sign him and bring him over to the ball club it's been nothing but a success. An all-star this year. Tremendous numbers across the board, including his batting average. We all expected him to hit home runs, but to hit for the average he has and drive in runs the way that he has. A couple of areas that the club has struggled at, and Nelson certainly has done his part.
It'll be Cruz, Seth Smith, and Austin Jackson. 4, 5, and 6 here in the second inning against Masahiro Tanaka. Up high, Mariners trying to get to Tanaka, counting his last stint, his first stint this year. He finished that game, retiring the last 13 that he faced. That total is now up to 16 consecutive batters retired of the Mariners. 2-2. Punch shot, right field, hangs up in the air, and losing it in the lights for a moment is Chris Young, but he hung with it.
Nelson Cruz, little punch line drive, and he saw it off the bat, but then as he was running in, he started to lose it. And Tanaka happy he was able to find the baseball again and make the catch. Retire Cruz. We're talking about Tanaka and the success that he's had against the Mariners. Now 16 batters and Looking at his numbers overall, Dave, it might be a situation where these guys are going to be a little more aggressive with his fastball in the strike zone. Because if you look at the league hitting .321 against his fastball, just .205 on a splitter and .143 on a slider. So you don't want to have to deal with those two pitches.
When the Mariners faced him last time, he was part of a run where it seemed like 8 of the top 10 strikeout guys were going against the Mariners. Right. Remember that little stretch?
Yep. Yeah, and that makes it tough. You can see Seth, another one of the more consistent hitters, really had a good month of July. Trying to build on that.
1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Lefty hitter with some pop. You'd like to see him turn loose here. Seth Smith in this ballpark. As you look at Logan Morrison, same goes for him. He'll be batting in the 8-hole today. Three and one. On deck, Austin Jackson.
And no surprise to see Seth Smith seeing some pitches. He's amongst the league leaders per at bat. 4.22 pitches he averaged per at bat. That's 7th in the American League.
Seth straight away, deep in right field. 3-2 pitch. And ball 4. First base runner for the Mariners ends Tanaka's run at 17 consecutive hitters retired of the Mariners. Brings up Austin Jackson. And a nice June. 304. 10 days ago, got his first career grand slam. It came against the Tigers, who we'll see next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. First 10 games out of the gate here, very important, right?
I think they are. Just because you're trying to get things turned around and get back into the hunt, especially with all the expectations that were put on the club in the first half. So I think that you look at these first 10 games, first 11 games, and 11 games will get them to 100 on the year. So I think getting out of the gates, gaining some momentum and some confidence, Dave, will be important.
Up the middle, Refsnyder can't get it. Base hit, Austin Jackson. So here come the Mariners, 2 on with 1 out here in the second inning.
Austin Jackson, we talked about the fastball and what the league is hitting off of Tanaka's fastball. 91 miles an hour, hits it right back up the middle. So a good piece of hitting by Jackson.
Two men on, 1 out. Last time Justin Ackley saw Tanaka delivered a double in left field, scoring a run back in the 3rd inning on June 3rd. He also struck out looking.
I think with Dustin, there's a couple of things in his favor. You have to remember, it wasn't too long ago his batting average was right around 190. He's raised it up to 221 now, and he's been hot in the month of July. We've talked about it a lot with Dustin and his second half performances last year, the year before that, and I think Lloyd McClendon, he's back in the lineup now, hoping that the Mariners can get some sort of return on him.
Or 1 to Dustin. I don't know why, but it just is. He's a better player, just a better hitter in the second half. 259, 23 homers and 109 runs batted in. Mariners will take that and more. Outside is that fall into the category of some of the great unexplained mysteries in baseball?
You never know. Some years it may be physical, some years it may be a mental thing, and you just keep working your way through it. Sometimes guys just need the at-bats. They tried it this spring, tried to give him even more at-bats in the spring, hoping to get him started a little bit earlier.
2-1, 2 on, 1 out. Mariners threatened. Slow ground ball, Ref Snyder, and they get the out at second. Wasn't pretty, but they get the out. 2 away.
We'll take a look at it. Tough play. Fortunate that he was able to get it wide of Jackson. Ref Snyder, originally an outfielder, converted to a second baseman. So he's still trying to figure things out. I think with 1 out in the inning, Joe Girardi would rather have him go to first base on that play. A lot of risk in what he just tried, but it worked out for him.
Seth Smith at third. He got Ackley at first, 2 away. Logan Morrison, third time batting, 8th in the lineup. Looking for his second career hit off of Tanaka. Down front. Morrison would be a guy you'd like to see pick up a real good hot streak in this ballpark, made for left-hand power hitters. Tanaka stays away from him. 1-1. Talked to Logan before the game. What'd you do during the break? Well, put together some baby furniture. Stayed away from the nails and the hammers. He says, my dad told me either get a job working with your hands or play baseball. Well, I'm still playing baseball.
I think for the most part, guys just wanted to relax, get away from a little bit. More than anything, Dave, I can tell you, I've been through it, it's the mental break. You know, they're all kind of banged up physically, but the mental break to get away from it, I think is a good idea. Felix rarely does, always going to the All-Star game.
Cadeau's run at the All-Star game ended. How refreshing is it to get that mental break? I mean, you come back, you feel that little extra surge when you come back?
Yeah, I think first you had the first day off and you're just glad you don't have to think about baseball for a day. And then the second, third days, you start thinking about what's happened in the first half and the adjustments you need to make.
Ball 2 strikes to Lomo. 2 on, 2 out. Takes ball 2.
I think guys that have been in the league for a couple of years have the ability to be real honest with themselves and what's going on. And I think for Lloyd, that's something he wants to see out of his guys.
It's Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach for the Yankees, intently watching Tanaka.
Well, you can see Lloyd there with his hands separated. He wants Seth Smith to get a bigger lead at third. Tanaka does like to throw the split, and a lot of times it'll end up in the dirt.
2-2 pitch.
Like that one.
Full count.
And he wants to give Seth every opportunity to try to score if it gets away from him. You have the left-handed hitter Morrison hitting right now, so Headley, the third baseman's well off the base at third.
Two out RBIs like gold. See if they can cash it in. 3-2 to Morrison. Long hesitation by Tanaka. Pitch. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. Ackley moves up to second. Smith at third. Ackley at second. Morrison at first for Mike Zunino.
Great opportunity for Mike to turn his season around. Have a big second half. Still looking for his first career grand slam.
Looking to get off the schneid here. He finished up the first half 0 for his last 11. Good time to start something new. First pitch from Tanaka. Tanaka, 26 years old, a teammate for a few years with Rakuten over in Japan with Sashi Iwakuma, Mariners. Mike Z trying to get the Mariners on the board here. The 0-1. Way outside. 25th pitch coming up. McClendon right now, let's see his druthers, maybe something in the gap. See a lot of fellas running. One to Zunino. All 2 strikes. Mariners have them loaded up. Smith, Ackley, Morrison. Zunino got a deal here, 1-2. Put it in play, but foul. Mike 4th in strikeouts in the American League at an even 100 right now behind Chris Carter, Chris Davis, Steven Sosa, and then Mike at 100.
He's getting a steady diet of sliders right now. He's seen 1 fastball, and it was the best fastball Tanaka has thrown at 94, but it was a purpose pitch. Threw it off the plate away, speed his eyes up, came right back with 2 more sliders.
2-out opportunity with a 1-2 count. Bases loaded. Struck him out. That'll do it. Mariners lead loaded. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. East Side Service, the absolute opposite of ordinary. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Silver Reef Hotel Casino Spa, I-5, exit 260, Ferndale, Washington. And by AM/PM, too much good stuff. Good to be here in the Bronx, New York. Our one and only visit. We take on the New York Yankees. Ryan McCann, their catcher, leads off against Mike Montgomery. Looks at strike 1. It'll be McCann, Chris Young, and Chase Headley. 5, 6, and 7 for Joe Girardi's ball club. All-star performer at Atlanta, with Atlanta before coming over here to the Yankees, his second year here. Popped up right below us. I think what's great about the second half, start of the second half, you restock your optimism pool. And like you said, those first 10, 15 days are critical.
Yeah,
and then after that, man, look out. As you look at, you size up some of these races. You got the Yankees atop the East. You got the Angels atop the West, and KC in the Central. Who do you like? I mean, go into the old crystal ball here, if you would.
Well, one of the things that's been a little bit surprising to me is Toronto and the struggles they've had on the pitching side of things. Because of all the runs they scored, you'd think they would be better than a game under 500 at the half.
Without a doubt.
They have so much talent on that club.
They got to make a deal, right?
I would think so. I know that there's a lot of conversation, and that'll be coming up here. Things will heat up here in the next 10 days or so.
Momo, nice and easy, flips to Montgomery.
So if they do something to help their pitching, I think you have to look out for them. Never a surprise to see Tampa Bay in the middle of it. They have such good pitching. It's not a surprise. I think the other one is Minnesota, the way that they've hung in there, too. They ended up getting that good run for Paul Molitor, but they continue to play well.
9-0.
Well, they went into the break winning 3 in a row. Kansas City is, I think, going to win that division, but you have to watch Minnesota. And then the Angels. It's interesting to watch Houston come back a little bit to the pack.
They come back, and can they get it going again, right?
Well, and you talk about the second half. It's such a young club. This is really when the test comes for them. They've had a lot of success in the first half, but now things get a little bit more real, and most of them have not been through it. So we'll see what Houston can do.
It'll be interesting. Houston 7 over 500 entering today. So look at Chris Young.
If Houston has an advantage, it's playing in their ballpark.
Oh my goodness, yes. Mariner fans can attest to that.
Right. So, I mean, they're 12 games over 500 at home.
Two balls, one strike.
I think you look at the Mariners, and you have to feel pretty good about what this young man is doing. As you look at Rick Waite's pitching coach, they were just able to get Iwakuma back. Hopefully, at some point, Paxton will be back in the mix. You obviously have the best in the business with Felix at the top of your rotation. A little bit of run support, Dave. That's what they need. They need to score a few more runs.
As you look at the runs scored, the Mariners are 27th in baseball at 3.51. The Mariners have a chance to catch and surpass the Texas Rangers. Onward and upward. Got to get it going. 3-2 pitch. Hit well. Deep left center field. Going back. Ackley, and it is out of here. Chris Young with his 11th home run. 27th RBI. Yankees lead 1-0. Home run number 117. Only Houston's hit more.
Well, you mentioned the second in the league in home runs. We'll take a look at this pitch. It's a fastball right in the middle of the plate. We're talking about at the start of the game as you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Young. Stay away from the walks. You go into the series knowing what they do, especially in this ballpark. Yeah, you're going to have to give up a couple of home runs throughout the 3 games. Mike giving up the first of the series. If they're solos, you still have a chance.
Houston started the day with 124 home runs. Yankees second now with 117. 0-2 to switch hitter Chase Headley. We saw a lot of Chase Headley when he was with San Diego. The other Chris Young was a winner today. The pitcher who used to be with the Mariners. He went 5 innings in a victory over the White Sox as Chase Headley's gone. 4th strikeout. And coming into today, as we take a look at our Coors Light cold hard facts, highest percentage of runs from home runs this season is the category. Dodgers, Yankees, Astros, Mariners right there. Highest percentage of runs from home runs this season. The Reds, of course, playing at Great America Ballpark. My good friend Ken Griffey Jr. says that's a half-bathroom apartment. With a line drive right field. Base hit off the bat of Didi Gregorius. Montgomery, 2 outs, a run in, and a runner aboard. Get to the 9-hole hitter, the second baseman, Rob Refsnyder. Got his first big league homer off of Alexia Gondo in Boston on Sunday. So looks at a strike. 290 hitter in the International League. 7 homers and 37 runs batted in, as Mike mentioned. Converted outfielder, 2012 first-year player draft out of Arizona's Cano. Back in familiar territory, throws out the Yankees second baseman. Yankees get a run on the home run by Young, strand another runner, but lead 1-0. Well, we were Ted premature. There was a call.
There was a call.
Catcher's interference.
Yeah, catcher's interference, Mike Zunino. So when you saw the ground ball hit the Cano, although he finished the play, called interference on Mike, but no harm done. Just one more pitch to end the inning.
Here's a look at what happened in that at bat with Refsnyder. We'll get that when we come back. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Oh, here we go. Brad Miller leading off the top of the third. Mariners trying to get cranking off on offense. They left the bases loaded in the second inning. Top of the order, Miller, Seager, and Cano. Right, grounded out to Teixeira's first time. Time called. Mariners have one hit so far. Austin Jackson, a base hit to center in the second inning. Here comes Ellsbury. Here comes Gardner. Gardner will take charge. Revisit the Rob Refsnyder at bat. Zunino. There's your catcher's interference. Bat contacted the glove. Official score Howie Carpin. Catcher's interference E2. Hey, Mike. No harm done as Ellsbury, the next hitter on the very next pitch, flied out to center.
I don't think it's happened to Mike this year, and in fact, in his brief career, I don't think we've seen that catcher's interference E2.
For sure, I know we haven't seen one this year, and I tend to agree with you about his very brief career that may be the first one. There's Kyle Seager, lined out to left, first time.
And the Yankees have the shift on again with Kyle hitting.
High drive, right field, deep, got carry, it is gone! Home run, Kyle Seager ties the game at 1-1. Kyle's hitting streak extended to 7 ball games, and the Mariners are on the board.
Nice to see the Mariners come right back after Montgomery gave up the solo home run to Young. Have Kyle come back and tie this game up. Take a look at off-speed pitch. Slow curveball right in the middle of the plate. And I was thinking about it as you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Kyle, able to stay behind that curveball and drive it into the seats out in right center field. But we've talked about it all year in the shifts, even last year, and hitting the ball the other way against the shifts. This might be a ballpark where you're not going to want to see Kyle or Seth Smith or those guys give up at bats trying to hit the ball the other way because of that short porch in right. Kyle, his third home run here in the stadium.
279 hitter career against the Yankees. 11th RBI against New York. First home run a Yankee starters allowed in the last 7 home games. 1-0 to Cano. Tanaka giving up a home run, ties the ball game. 11th home run he's given up this year. What a one to Cano. Bounce foul. Back in his old stomping grounds to a big media horde, and a lot of them asking, what's going on? How come you're not hitting your normal rate? He's at 251. He says, hey, we'll get it turned around. He's hitting 293 over his last 23 games dating back to the 17th of June. 1-2 pitch. Outside. There's some Mariner fans out there. New York loves Cano. Huge Dominican population here in the Bronx and in Upper Manhattan. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Tanaka with his second strikeout. It's 2 away here in the third inning. Experience Safeco Field like never before. Would you join us for a luncheon on the Diamond Friday, August 7th We honored the newest Mariners Hall of Famer, Jamie Moyer. Edgar Jr. and other Mariner legends will be on hand for the memorable afternoon, so visit mariners.com/Jamie for more info. 2 down here in the third. Mariners have tied it up on the Kyle Seager home run. Nelson Cruz lined out to right field. Chopper goes foul. Mariners with 5 consecutive wins here at Yankee Stadium. 6 has a nice ring to it. Here's the 0-1. Way late. Yankees paid a king's ransom to get Tanaka. Get him from Japan. Pitch outside. 1-2.
Yeah, Tanaka, you can see on the EQC tracer, really trying to keep the ball away from him and down, trying to keep him in the ballpark. Cruz's first at bat. He only saw a couple of fastballs, both of them up out of the strike zone. In this at bat, he's trying to keep everything down and away, and McCann sets up there again.
Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks, 3 for the game, but the good news, Kyle Seager's home run, his 13th and RBI number 40, tied this ball game at 1-1 here at Yankee Stadium. Report. Thunderstorms in the immediate future. Humidity is going to be high tomorrow and same for Sunday. Be a good day for Felix to get loose. 90 degrees on Sunday. Brett Gardner leads it off for the Yankees. Looks at strike 1. It'll be 2-3-4. Gardner, Alex Rodriguez, and Mark Teixeira. Gardner walked on a 3-2 pitch first time up. Breaking ball slipped out of his hand. 1-1.
That was the only walk through the first 2 innings for Mike Montgomery. He also has 4 strikeouts. He looks as if he's in command. He made the one mistake on a 3-2 pitch to Young where he threw him a fastball in the middle of the plate, but outside of that, he's been good.
Base hit right center field off the bat of the speedy Brett Gardner. Third Yankee hit. Brings up Alex Rodriguez. Z-Rod, 672 home runs, 2,020 runs batted in. 4th in baseball's all-time home run list. American League record in RBI, second all time to Hank Aaron. A-Rod trying to get second base umpire Eric Cooper to move. Eric moved a couple steps to his left. Popped it up. Going back Miller, coming in Jackson. Jackson calls him off. Makes the play. A-Rod is 0 for 2 at strikeout and that flyout. As we take a look at our lows never stop improving. Best ERA versus American League East team since 2014. Athletics, the Mariners in second place. The Tribe, the O's, and the Angels. Teixeira struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Slow breaking ball for strike one. Fouled into Zunino's glove, so Montgomery ahead 0-2.
Throwing a lot of strikes, 44 pitches, 31 strikes. A lot of quality strikes from Montgomery this evening.
Blocked by Zunino, ball one. Chris Young, a solo blast in the second inning. Kyle Seager answered top of the third, tied up at 1-1. Mariners had an opportunity, big one in the second, had them loaded. One out, couldn't get a run home. And Teixeira swings through. Strikeout number 5 for Montgomery. 2 down here in the third.
Pretty good job mixing up his pitches, Teixeira. As you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo, starts him off with a curveball, gives him a good fastball. That last pitch to put him away with the slider, able to get it underneath his hands.
There's McCann, bounced out to Lomo. Strike one.
Starting to mix in his curveball a little bit more, trying to steal an early strike from the Yankees. Back-to-back hitters, slow curveball.
Wouldn't shock me to see Gardner take off here. (15 out of 18 in base stealing). Zunino going out for a word with Montgomery. Cincinnati leading Cleveland 2-0. Baltimore trailing at Detroit 3-1. Tampa Bay leading at Toronto 1-0. Good matchup in the National League. Washington taking on the Dodgers in the bottom of the third. Nation's capital, 1-0 Nationals. Nationals leading the East, Dodgers leading the NL West. Kansas City earlier, 4-2 win at Chicago. Chris Young outdueling Jeff Samardzija. One to McCann.
See the totals for Mike: 48 pitches, 33 strikes.
Ball two. McCann, powerful left-hand hitter. 23 home runs last year, 20 the year before with Atlanta. Double figures almost every year in the big leagues. Swing and a miss.
Mike has the ability when he falls behind in a count to get back into it. It's because of his cut fastball and his changeup. He has a lot of confidence in those two pitches.
2-2 to McCann. Swing and a foul tip into Zunino's glove, and that'll do it. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings for Mike Montgomery in this 1-1 game. Back to the 3rd inning. Kyle Seager lays the yard here at Yankee Stadium. Home run number 13 for Kyle.
We've talked about Kyle in the short porch here at Yankee Stadium. His last few games here, he's 5 for 7 now with a double, 2 triples, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Let's get him up there with some guys on base. Let him do some damage.
3rd home run here at this ballpark. Smith, Jackson, and Ackley 5, 6, and 7 here against Masahiro Tanaka. Seth walked in his first appearance. Rifles one foul, strike 1. Second baseman Ref Snyder at short right field. Shift for Seth Smith. 0-2. Kansas City and the White Sox in game 2 of the day-night doubleheader just underway. Chicago.
.52 pitches for Tanaka, 30 strikes.
All of 2 strikes. Inside.
It's been interesting with Tanaka this year, and he's obviously had some injury issues. Against the Mariners, when he went 7 innings, they took him out of the game. I was a little bit surprised by that because he'd only thrown 78 pitches in that game. And so far this year, he's only had 1 outing where he's gone over 100. And that was 114 in his last outing before the break against Oakland. And I wonder if he's feeling better and they're willing to let him add a few more pitches when he goes out there to his overall pitch count. Because his fastball velocity has been up a little bit today, too. There's a split. He's hit 94 a number of times. We are used to seeing him at around 91.
3 consecutive strikeouts, 4 for the ball game for Tanaka.
And you'll see this a lot, especially to the left-handed hitters. There's the split. He'll throw the fastball inside, a lot of times inside off the plate, and then he'll come right back with the split. As you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Seth Smith. Trying to just get a piece of it and stay alive.
There's Jackson. Austin Jackson got the Mariners' first hit in the second inning. Base hit to center field. Into the stands off of Meredith third base dugout. 1-1.
Pretty excited about the catch that he made.
2-1. Now a 3-1 count to Austin Jackson. Dustin Ackley's on deck. Back with a strike. Full count. Seager hit the home run with 1 out and a third. Since then, 3 consecutive strikeouts by Tanaka. Jackson trying to end that run. Strike 3 called. 5 strikeouts, 4 consecutive Ks. 2 down here in the 4th.
And this will be on the breaking ball, so he's able to use all of his pitches. That's a little slider in the middle of the plate. Put Seth Smith away with the split, and he comes back with a slider to Austin.
Dustin Ackley reached on a fielder's choice in his first at bat. Strike 1 to Dustin. Gregorius on the right side of second base. Shift on for Ackley. 0-1 pitch.
Dustin a little late on that breaking ball. Pretty good pitch to hit. It was up, out over the plate. You can see Tanaka right there elevating that pitch for him.
Two out, nobody on. And Ackley fights off another pitch. Last outing for Tanaka beat Oakland. Prior to that, he'd had back-to-back no decisions, and prior to that, he'd lost back-to-back losses. One and 2 to Ackley. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled off. With that 5 strikeouts, Tanaka's run his consecutive starts with 5 or more strikeouts to 10 games. 10 consecutive games.
He and McCann a number of times in this game have had a tough time being on the same page.
1-2 pitch. Runs well inside. 2-2. McClendon, Trent Jones on the right, Trent Jewett on the right. 2-2 pitch. Full count. And the Yankee outfielders and infielders headed towards the dugout with that pitch.
They didn't miss by much. See if Dustin Ackley could take advantage of a 3-2 count.
Fourth full count for Tanaka. And a 3-2 pitch. Hit hard, but Gregorius positioned properly. And that'll do it. 5 consecutive retired by Tanaka since the Seager home run in this 1-1 game. Power play.
And it'll be Chris Young, a home run. Puts the Yankees on the scoreboard and the lead at the time, the solo home run. For Young, his 11th home run on the year. And again, the Yankees started today second in the American League in home runs. That's how they score. Outside of that, Mike Montgomery's really pitched well here early.
He's got 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. Tanaka's got 5 through 4. First pitch strike to Chris Young. Up high, 1-1.
See, first pitch strike's a big key, and you have to make sure they're quality first pitch strikes, but 13 first pitch strikes out of the 15 batters he has faced.
Two and 1 to Chris Young's in his second year with the Yankees. Began the 14th season with the Mets.
Was one of the big keys before the game for Mike Montgomery, pitching in this ballpark, working ahead.
Delivers the strike, full count. On deck hitters Chase Headley. Chris Young gets into another one. Deep left field. Off the fence. Getting it back in quickly. Relay a little late. Chris Young, part-time player, really delivering big for the Yankees here tonight. Here's a guy early in his career, 32 home runs for Arizona back in '07.
And in the game tonight, he is one of the few hitters that's seen some pitches in the middle of the strike zone. Both time on 3-2 counts. You can take a look at this last pitch going back. That's a changeup, 81 miles an hour, and he left it up in the zone. Fortunate that that ball hit off the top of the fence and stayed in the ballpark.
Leadoff man's aboard. Young with his 14th double. Headley up the middle, gets through. Young slowed at third, and he's going to score anyway. Headley, first pitch, picks up his 31st RBI. Yankees back on top 2-1.
Every now and then you have to get a little lucky in this game, and that's what happens with Headley. He does not hit this ball hard. It's a high chopper back up the middle. Miller playing over in the hole, expecting him to pull the ball. Yankees in the first half hit .253 with runners in scoring position, 1 for 2 so far tonight.
Didi Gregorius, base hit to right in his first at bat against Montgomery. Offered at the bunch, strike 1.
Kyle Seager, the third baseman, was playing just in front of the bag at third, expecting him to try to bunt. There, take a look at where Kyle is at.
Hit hard and foul. Montgomery giving up a Chris Young homer in the second. Here in the fourth, a leadoff double by Young on a 3-2 pitch and an RBI single by Headley. 2-1 the Yankees. Check swing. Seager, plenty of room. Mike Montgomery tonight facing a team for the second time. It's the first time it's happened to him since being caught up. Here's Lloyd McClendon's pregame thoughts on that.
Well, he's going to have to make adjustments, because I'm sure they're a veteran club that they're going to make adjustments to him. So his command is going to have to be good. And he's going to have to locate his pitches extremely well against a club like this in a very small ballpark. So, but I think he's up for the challenge, and I look forward to it.
I would agree, and I think that the biggest thing for Montgomery, again, is the location of his pitches. A couple of mistakes have cost him. You're not afforded too many in this ballpark. And both of them too young. Young has scored both of the runs, one on the home run. But I think if you talk to pitching coaches, hitting coaches, I don't care who the pitcher is, if he's locating and working ahead, they are typically going to end up doing pretty well, and Mike has so far, giving up the home run and the double that ended up scoring.
Lloyd was also adamant about being here to watch the complete start of Mr. Montgomery. You might remember in the first meeting, his first game against the Yankees was his first start. Lloyd and Mike Zunino got run from that ball game. Chris Woodward, infield coach on the left. 0-2 pitch. Bounced up there on the move. Headley, throw by Zunino. Not in time.
Now this would be a wild pitch. Take a look at Mike trying to keep the ball in front of him. A good break by Headley as a base runner. You're taught, take your good secondary lead, and the minute you see the ball starting to go into the ground, take off. Typically, and Mike is one of the best at catching it. Tried to block that one as it got away from him. Didn't get much on the throw to second.
One and two to Rev Snyder, the second baseman. Going to be given every opportunity to win that second base job, replacing Stephen Drew. Swings and misses. That's strikeout number 7 for Montgomery. And there's 2 away. Let's take a look at our CenturyLink What's Next. Pitching matchups for the remainder of this series. Sashi Iwakuma goes against former Mariner Michael Pineda, then the King. Felix Hernandez goes against CC Sabathia. CC trying to relearn. I read a piece about him a month or 2 ago. Trying to transform his pitching repertoire like Andy Pettitte did late in his career. Andy used to be a hard thrower and then became more of the crafty lefty.
Yeah, CC at this point, he doesn't have the ability to reach back and get the 96, 97 that he typically would do to get him out of a lot of trouble. So a lot of pitchers end up having to go through it at some point in their career.
Karsten Charles Sabathia, Northern California. Ellsbury 0 for 2, strikeout and fly out to center. Headley with pretty good speed at second base, 2 outs. 2-1. Montgomery struck out 7, walked 1, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. And getting down to third easily is Headley. Another wild pitch. And a 3-1 count to Ellsbury.
He just buries a changeup well out in front of home plate. See Mike trying to keep the ball in front of him. And it goes off the side of his arm and leg. Typically, if he can get his chest protector on it, it's going to drop right in front of him.
Ellsbury back on his sixth game. Coming off a right knee sprain, fouls that off. 3-2. On deck hitters, Brett Gardner. 1 for 1 with a walk. Ellsbury is aboard. Second walk issued by Montgomery. Runners at the corners for the all-star left fielder, Brett Gardner.
One of the toughest things when you're playing the Yankees, especially here in this ballpark. And we heard Lloyd talk about it, some of the veteran hitters they have. They have 7 of them in the lineup tonight. And again, they're 3rd in the league in walks, so they will make pitchers work. And right now, Mike's pitch count starting to climb on him. 71 pitches as he works here in the 4th. In his first outing against the Yankees, he threw 97 pitches to get through 6 innings.
First inning walk, 3rd inning leadoff single to center for Gardner. Trying to get out of first and third jam. Now he's behind 2-0. Chris Young led off the inning with the double. Left center off the fence. Singled home. This one fouled back. Singled home by Chase Headley. Two and one. Rick Waits sweating it out. His young left-hander trying to get out of trouble here. Two and two. Gardner helped him out on that pitch.
It's one of the few two-seam fastballs we've seen from Mike. 89 miles an hour, running it in on his hands.
Two and two. Struck him out. Boy, that's a big K. 8th K, 4 innings. Couple of men stranded. RBI by Headley puts the Yankees back on top 2-1. ball game. Masahiro Tanaka threw 4 innings, has 5 strikeouts. He's looked good.
He really has. He's topped out at 94 miles an hour at pretty good location on his fastball. I think for the most part, though, he's just showing it to the Mariner hitters. And then he's trying to get him out with his slider and his split. Talked about his slider at the start of the game. Most of the time with Tanaka, we hear about his split. It's been a good one tonight. But this year, coming into this game, his slider probably has been his best pitch. And he's been very effective throwing that pitch.
Center field, Jacoby Ellsbury right there. That's off the bat of Logan Morrison, 1 out.
And after Logan's first at bat, where he walked, he was going to be aggressive on the fastball, lined it into center field.
Zanino ended the 2nd inning, striking out with the bases loaded.
And Mike ended up seeing a lot of sliders in his first at bat.
One-0. Goes the other way, and it's a base hit. Chris Young will get it back in. Mike Zunino ends in 0 for 12. 1 out base runner here in the 5th inning. Make sure you watch the Mariners on Style from the exclusive Terrace Club level. View the game from your seats or step inside the lounge, complete with a pull bar, specialty concession stands, and plenty of TVs so you don't miss a pitch. For more info, check out mariners.com/premium. See Mike use the whole field. 1 out, 1 on, top of the order. Brad Miller for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to first and fly to left.
See Tanaka missing with that breaking ball, looked like a slider. I think the Mariners being aggressive on his fastball. The line out by Logan Morrison on the first pitch fastball he threw, and now the line drive by Zunino into right field. He's going to have to switch things up a little bit. Mariners trying to get after his fastball early.
Tap foul, 1-1.
Looked like a split.
One pitch here to Brad. Two and one.
I've seen him do that quite a bit. His fastball, throwing that fastball well in off the plate, and then typically he'll come back with either the split or the slider.
Here we are in the 5th inning. It'll be pitch number 75 from Tanaka. Ref Snyder. They get the lead runner. And Miller beats the relay throw. 2 outs. Brad aboard on 4-6 fielder's choice. 2 outs.
Good hustle by Brad. He has plenty of speed. The ball was not hit firmly enough to double him up. So the Mariners with some speed on the bases now.
It brings up Kyle Seager in his last 2 games here at Yankee Stadium. 5 for 7, a double, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 4 runs batted in.
The home run that he hit in the 3rd inning, it was on a curveball, and Tanaka was just trying to steal a strike. It was in the middle of the plate, about belt high.
Gets into another one, deep to right, and that's going to get out of here. 2-run homer, Kyle Seager. Does he love hitting in this ballpark or what? Mariners are in front. Got a 3-2 lead. 2 home runs tonight for Kyle Seager. Jumped on that first pitch. His 14th home run. And he's got 42 runs batted in. He's a big key to any kind of second half offensive surge here for the Mariners.
And again, it's on a first pitch fastball off of Tanaka at 92 miles an hour. And this is hit well back into the seats. This ball goes out of any ballpark. We've talked about the short porch in right. But Kyle gets all of that 92-mile-an-hour fastball, hits it over into the second deck.
It's an outstanding night here. 2 home runs and a line out to left. Driven in all 3 Mariner runs. Cano bounces one to Ref Snyder. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the 5th inning. 3-2. Mariners have the lead on the Kyle Seager 2-run homer. After the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Seager last 2 games now 6 for 8, a double, 2 triples, 2 homers, and a double in that bunch there. He has done well. Sees the ball well here.
I thought it was a really good adjustment by the Mariner hitters in that inning, getting after the fastball of Tanaka.
A-Rod on hopper pass Seager. Alex 1 for 3 now.
And this is on a first pitch fastball. Look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing. That ball down and in, and Alex just dropping the barrel to it.
Good top spin, big hop. Scherer looks at a strike. He's been K'd twice. 2-2 pitch and a 1-2 pitch. One to Mark Teixeira. Located pitch there from Montgomery.
He's had really good command of his cut fastball tonight to the right-handed hitters. You can see on our AQC tracer that pitch to Teixeira looks like it's going to be right on the inside corner, but by the time he goes to attack it, disappears on him.
2-2.
Mike now at 82 pitches. Nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Run a full count to Teixeira. Mike struck out 8, walked 2 tonight. Giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. On deck is Brian McCann, the catcher. Ground out and a strikeout tonight. In the dirt, Rodriguez. Ball 4. Everybody moves up. First 2 men aboard here in the 5th. Time now for a Geico This Date in MLB history, July 17 of '79. Bruce Bochy, big star for the Mariners. Mariners hosted the 50th All-Star game, and Bochy went 1 for 1 on RBI single. As the Mariners representative, National League won that game 7-6. Game Dave Parker threw out a couple of runners at home plate. Ron Guidry walked in, winning run top of the 9th.
Mike Zunino making a trip out to the mound. 85 pitches now for Mike Montgomery. You see 54 strikes from him. He'd been working ahead of hitters, but he's starting to fall behind. Rick Waits is going to make a trip out. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
Couple of moments of good counsel here from Rick Waits. 3 walks, 8 strikeouts tonight for Montgomery.
Kind of interesting talking to Rick Waits. Towards the start of the season, I asked him, I said, what's a lot of the stuff that you talk about when you go out to the mound? Do you get into mechanics? He said he never does. He just wants to stay right in between their ears, get their confidence back to what they're doing, start locating pitches.
Hit hard, right field corner, lots of trouble. Rodriguez to third, he'll score. Right behind him is Teixeira. He goes to third. RBI single McCann's tied the game at 3-3. McCann picking up RBI number 56.
This looks like a cutter. It's going to be out over the plate. Mike wanted that pitch down. It's right in the middle, and McCann didn't miss it. Montgomery, for the most part, when he gets into trouble, he does an excellent job of pitching down in the zone, but that fastball was elevated a little bit and out over the plate.
Tom Wilhelmsen, recalled today. Getting warmed up. The RBI for McCann is 56. Second to Teixeira, who's got 62. And here's it. Chris Young has been murder on Montgomery tonight. Solo homer in the 2nd. Leadoff double in the 4th. Came around to score in the Headley. Base hit to center field. 3-3 game. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Jackson coming in. Runner at third. Teixeira tagging. Here's the throw. And it's a good one as Teixeira was held up at third by Joe Espada.
Really good pitch from Mike Montgomery, able to get in on the hands of Young. You can see it on the EQC tracer. Little cutter, that ball moving in towards his hands.
Chase Headley drove in a run last time up in the 4th. Struck out his first at bat. He's 1 for 2. But Nuno is warming up along with Wilhelmsen. Slow grounder. Miller, they get one, and they get the double play. Needed it and got it. Beautifully done. 6-4-3. Miller, Cano, and Morrison. They got a tie ball game. McCann single makes it a 3-3 contest. That's a very successful trip. All right, Jen, thank you very much. Nelson Cruz leads off here in the 6th, 3-3 ball game. Nelly tonight's lined out to right, struck out.
Excellent job by Montgomery again after giving up a run, having a 1st and 3rd situation with nobody out, and is able to get off the field by giving up just that one run. Pretty good pitching. It's something we've seen, and not surprised to see him get the double play ball to get out of the inning.
Time in and time out. This is 9th start. He's found a way to get out of big trouble as Cruz tried to launch and misses 1 and 2. Cruz, Smith, and Jackson 4, 5, and 6 for the Mariners. And Cruz goes down swinging. That's his 6th strikeout for Tanaka. On away here in the 6th as we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 3 games here, 4 in Detroit, then back home. Toronto for 3 in the Diamondbacks. For 3 Diamondbacks in 3rd place in the National League West. Then on the road to take on the Minnesota Twins, 2nd place team in the Central Division. That'll get us into the month of August. We'll see 3 games at Colorado after we leave the Twin Cities. Strike 1 to Seth Smith, walking a strikeout so far. The 1. Shift on for Smitty with Ref Snyder in short right field again. Lays off that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Detroit now leads Baltimore 7-2. That's in the 5th. Houston at home leads the Rangers 1-0. Martin Perez on the mound for Texas Rangers. First start of the season. Long time on the DL. A 3-3 ball game here and a 2-2 count to Seth Smith. Easy play for Gardner. Two outs here in the 6th. Make sure you join us Saturday, August 8th. We're going to induct the winningest pitcher in Mariners history. That would be Jamie Moyer. He'll be going into the Mariners Hall of Fame during a special pregame ceremony. So to commemorate this afternoon, first 20,000 fans are going to receive a Jamie Moyer bobblehead courtesy of Root Sports. Tickets, go get them. Mariners.com. 2 outs for Austin Jackson. 2nd inning single. Strikeout looking in the 4th. Mariners have 3 runs on 4 hits, and Yankees 3 runs on 7 hits. There's a guy that looked like he was going to face Tommy John surgery. Passed on that, rehabbed, and been pretty doggone good.
Been very good from what we've seen against the Mariners. Again, in his first outing at Safeco, he went 7 innings, giving up just the 1 run. Been difficult today, but the Mariners fortunately have been able to get 3 runs on the scoreboard. Large part to Kyle Seager.
Gregorius backhand, throws across body, and it throws up the line. Base hit for Austin Jackson, his 2nd this evening.
If you missed it, Kyle Seager already a couple of home runs in tonight's game. We'll take a look at Gregorius, really an athletic shortstop. The ball was hit. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to it, but backhand inside gets rid of it quickly. I think even if he makes an accurate throw, though, the speed of Austin Jackson, he'd probably end up with an infield hit either way, but great effort.
Ackley 0 for 2. With the shift on for him. It's Gregorius on the right side of second base. That's it, a strike. One to Destin. Late action tonight. San Francisco's at Arizona. Boston's at the Angels. Minnesota at Oakland. Colorado at San Diego.
And it appears that Mike Montgomery is going to go back out on the mound. The bullpen, which was up in the 5th, they've sat back down.
Jackson back safely. Chopper. Ref Snyder charges. And nice play by Teixeira on that close quarters throw from his second baseman. Nice handle here. Fastball in tight quarters for sure. No runs ahead, no errors, and a man left. 3-3 ball game. Tied up at 3-3. D.D. Gregorius is going to lead off for the Yankees in the 6th, followed by Rob Refsnyder and Jacoby Ellsbury against Mike Montgomery. There's a strike to Gregorius, who's 1 for 2. Gregorius, Refsnyder, and Ellsbury 8-9-1. Yankees got a second inning home run from Chris Young. RBI by Chase Headley in the 4th. RBI single in the 5th by McCann. Kyle Seager's driven in all 3 Mariner runs.
Sorry, Dave. You see the 92 pitches, now 93 pitches for Mike Montgomery, and Joe Beimel is now getting loose in the pen. I think if he gets in any trouble, Lloyd will probably go get him, and there's Joe ready to go. Let's see what he's done to the 8 strikeouts, 4 flyouts. That's a good number pitching in this ballpark. 3 ground outs. One of them helped him get out of the last inning with a double play ball.
2-2 pitch. Sky to right center field for Austin Jackson. And there's one out. Play here in the 6th. They'll bring up Rob Refsnyder, the second baseman. He reached on a catcher's interference / E2 back in the second inning and then struck out in the 4th. Mariner runs tonight. A solo home run by Kyle Seager in the 3rd and a 2-run shot in the 5th. One. Montgomery is always working at a good pace. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big double play helped him out of the 5th inning, giving up just the 1 run. 2-1. Ground ball to Miller. Brad throws him out. 2 away here in the Yankees 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us as we begin the second half of the season. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Kyle Seager having a fine night. Robinson Cano back in his old stomping ground. So far 0 for 3. Jacoby Ellsbury, top of the order. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Force in a strike, 1-1. Good pitch. 1-2. Good pitch, 103 here from Montgomery. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Swing and a miss. Got him. 9 strikeouts for Mike Montgomery in this 3-3 game as we go to the 7th inning. All right, Jen, thank you very much. We got our fingers crossed for some offense.
Well,
get some more. Let's go.
And the other part about it is especially playing in this ballpark, and we talked about it with the Yankees, they've really played well at home this year. One of the biggest reasons why is the guys at the back end of their bullpen.
Betances and Andrew Miller.
And when they've had the lead after the eighth inning this year, they're 46-0. It's a couple of tough customers, so you'd really like to get out in front right now if you can.
Logan Morrison leads off. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike. Lomo, Mike Zunino, and Brad Miller. 8-9-1.
Logan walked in his first at bat. His last at bat, it's all one pitch and lined out to the center fielder.
Left Snyder. Short right field for Lomo. 1-1 pitch.
Justin Wilson, hard throwing left-hander, getting loose for the Yankees.
Their setup guys have been pitching a little bit better too. Wilson, Adam Warren from the right side. Before you get to those two killers at the back end. Morrison leading off here in the seventh. Score tied at 3-3. Kyle Seager with a solo home run and a two-run homer, counting for the Mariner Reds. 2-2. It's strikeout number 7 for Tanaka. Well, McClendon having a team meeting, and boys, we got to get going. And he said it in a lot firmer tones than that. Hopefully some positive results out of it. For the Mariners to get 90 wins, they're going to have to just absolutely catch fire.
Mike Zunino trying to add to his night. Had a base hit his last time up, hit the ball hard into right field. Solid line drive. Pretty good fastball from Tanaka on the outside corner.
Mariners have got to go 49-23 to get the 90 wins, so they got some work in front of them. 0-1. Bouncing ball third base to Chase Headley. 2 away. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st. A portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at WFFoundation.org. 2 outs, top of the order, and Brad Miller. 4th game leading off.
His job right now is to try to find a way to get on base with Kyle Seager waiting on deck. Kyle with a couple of home runs in the game, feeling pretty good about himself. So hopefully Brad can get a base hit.
Brad 0 for 3, ground out the first, fly to left to reach center fielder's choice.
See 100 pitches now for Tanaka, 61 strikes. Only the second time this year he's been at 100 pitches.
Long hold by McCann, thought he had a strike. 2-0. Seager's on deck. Homer to right center, 3rd inning on a 1-0 pitch. Then first pitch swinging in the 5th with a man aboard, hit a 2-run shot. Tanaka back into the count here, 2-1. Mariner fans in the house here at Yankee Stadium. Big crowd on a Friday night. Ground ball smothered by Teixeira, throws to Tanaka, covering, going over. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 7th. We'll stretch here at the stadium, 3-3. Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list. Play today. Back here at Yankee Stadium, first of 3. The Mariners open up the second half on the road, a 3-3 ball game. Offense has been provided by the Gold Glove All-Star third baseman Kyle Seager. What a night so far, buddy.
Well, it has been. This is a breaking ball, curveball from Tanaka. A solo home run for Kyle. That was his 13th home run on the year. And jumps on a fastball early in the count. A 2-run home run this time. Gave the Mariners the lead, the brief lead at 3-2. The Yankees would come back and score to tie this game up. And Kyle having a special night. 2 for 3 with those 2 home runs.
Last 2 games, 6 for 8 here at Yankee Stadium. Improve your on-bus percentage. Riding's easy. Just ask our rider's guide, available at soundtransit.org. As you can see, the night is over for Mike Montgomery. He acquitted himself quite well.
6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He did have 3 walks tonight, but 9 strikeouts over the 6 innings. He threw 104 pitches. For the most part in this game, he consistently worked ahead of the hitters, was able to get a double play ball to get himself out of some trouble. We've seen that a lot from Mike, but he'll leave with the game tied up. Joe Beimel is going to take things over, making his first appearance of the second half. Pitched well in the first half, a 2.73 ERA, 14 strikeouts, and 9 walks. That's over the 26 and a third that he has pitched. Opponent's hitting 245 against Joe.
Basically taking over the role of Charlie Furbush, who's on the DL right now. 6th, 7th, and 8th inning need for a left-hander. 104 pitches from Montgomery, 66 for strikes.
And you can see Gardner going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Joe probably in there to pitch just 1 batter. Mark Lowe is now getting loose in the pen with Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck.
So here in the home 7th, a 3-3 ball game. Gardner, Rodriguez, and Teixeira, 2, 3, and 4s. Mark Lowe continues to heat up. He has been fabulous first half. There's Gardner, walk, single, and a strikeout tonight. First pitch from Joe's in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Beimel jumps in front of Dylan Betances. Could be high 90s. 6'8", coming downhill at you. Played high school ball against the Mariners. AAA prospect James Jones over in Brooklyn. Swing and a miss. Gardner. Strikeout 2-3. Good start for Beimel.
And it looks like Lloyd's going to stay with him.
Rodriguez 0 for 3 against Joe.
And you have the switch hitter on deck with Teixeira. Rodriguez tonight 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Led off the 5th with a base hit to right. Make that base hit to left and scored on the McCann single.
See what Alex has done. Had more success against right-handed pitchers, especially with the home runs. 14 of his 18 home runs off of righties. So he's going to stay with the lefty.
Did well. Right center field and deep. And it is gone. Home run number 673. RBI number 2021 for Alex Rodriguez. Yankees have a 4-3 lead. His 19th homer this year and RBI number 52.
It's an elevated fastball, trying to go to the outside corner. Joe gets it there, but it's belt high. Alex knew it as soon as he hit it. bad news for the Mariners. We already showed you Betances getting loose in the pen.
673 career home runs for A-Rod. 102 to Sheriff. Betances has been fabulous. 5-2, a 1.53 ERA. Got 7 saves. 77 strikeouts to 19 walks. Joe's 3-0 to Sheriff.
Kansas, one of the all-stars.
You
mentioned the 77 strikeouts that he has. That's in 47 innings.
That's ridiculous.
As Dave mentioned, he'll be in the mid to upper 90s, maybe even touch 100, and has one of the better sliders they're going to see.
Fouled into Zunino's glove for strike 2. On deck hitter Brian McCann. Will count to Teixeira. Walked him. Little everything from Joe Beimel here in the 7th. Strikeout, a home run, and a walk. You can meet the Mariner Moose on your next trip to Safeco Field by visiting the Seattle Children's Moose Den. The den is conveniently located on the main concourse in center field, and it's open to all fans, so be sure to stop by the Seattle Children's Moose Den this season. McCann drove home a run in the 5th inning, 1 for 3. The 5th inning run tied the score at 3-3 after Seager in the top half of the inning had hit a 2-run homer. Ahead 0-2. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error by the Mariners. Mariners have stranded 5. Yankees have left 7 men on base. There he goes. They checked at third. He did. Lance Barksdale said McCann did not check his swing, so 2 away here in the 7th.
And Lloyd's going to make a pitching change now. He's going to get Mark Lowe.
Chris Young has been on fire tonight with a home run and a double. 2 for 3. 4-3 lead for the Yankees. run minutes ago. Roster move made earlier today. Tom Will Helmson back with the ball club. Danny Farquhar sent back to Tacoma.
And Lloyd McClendon, after the Mariners ended up losing the lead, he sat low down. He decided to bring Tom Wilhelmsen in for Tom, his 23rd appearance on the year, a 4.68 ERA. 25 innings, 28 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .317 against him. He's given up just 1 home run.
4 innings of work down in Tacoma. Needs to get this right-hander. Chris Young has had a good night. A homer and a double and a fly out to center. Strike one. Teixeira's aboard. He struck out twice and walked his last 2 times up. Another one. Deep to left, but it's going to stay in the yard as Ackley settles under to make the catch. Chris Young seeing the ball quite well here tonight. Home run by Alex Rodriguez. It's the Yankees ahead 4-3. Fish Casino big catch. Mike, he's got a couple pitches to his liking today.
He really has. A curveball that he hit into the right field seats, and then a fastball off of Tanaka. He hit it to the second deck for Kyle. Home runs number 13 and 14 on the year. He's been the Mariners' offense tonight. Driven in all 3 runs with the 2 homers. Well, that was work cut out for him now, though. You take a look at Tanaka and his evening. 7 innings, 5 hits. 3 runs, all of them earned. Had a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts. He threw 103 pitches.
Now we get into the Yankee bullpen where, as a group, those fellas have struck out 316 batters, the most in baseball.
And you can see 77 strikeouts over the 47 innings he's worked. ERA 1.53. Opponents hitting just 126 off of him.
Dylan Betances, first pitch to Kyle Seager off the plate for ball 1. Strikeouts per 9 in relief. Impressive, double figures for the Yankees. Kyle 0 for 2 against Betances.
Pretty good off-speed pitch after the good fastball at 96 miles an hour. Kyle Seager, if you're wondering, he has never hit 3 home runs in a game. 2 home runs tonight. That's the 6th time that he's done that in his career.
Chop foul.
Comes right back with a good slider.
Mariners sub Betances back on Monday, June 1, back home in Seattle. Pitched 1 inning, 3 strikeouts. He got Lomo, Cano, and Cruz. Second game of that series, June 2nd, Betances pitched in an inning, struck out 2. They got Willie Blomquist and Cano.
And you can see lefties and righties, really doesn't matter to him. He's been dominant. Pretty good job by Kyle to foul off that last pitch at 98, right on the inside corner.
And McCann holds on. Strikeout for Betances. 1 out in the 8th. Big 6'8" right-hander coming at you. That's a nasty break.
87 miles an hour after you just saw 98 in on your hands. Tough at bat.
1 out here in the top of the 8th. Here's Cano. He's 0 for 3. Fly to center. Strikeout looking and a ground out to second. Ball 1. Bobby 1 for 3 against Dellin. Bouncing ball. Played off the chest by Teixeira. The Gold Glover flips to Betances for out number 2. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices with MLB.TV Premium. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, widget, and more. Every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Nelson Cruz 0 for 3. Struck out his last 2 times up. Looks at strike 1. Cruz 0 for 5 against Betances. No balls, 2 strikes. .6'8", 265, right here in New York City. Brooklyn, 27 years old, popped up, out of play. Rolling Betances. 8th round of the 2006 draft, and he signed through this season.
3 pitches so far in the at bat, all of them fastballs, trying to keep it in on his hands. He has not thrown him the slider yet.
0-2 to Cruz.
There it is.
Struck him out. 3 batters, 2 Ks, and this bullpen for the Yankees has been very effective. They have a 4-3 lead. Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the new black pepper cheeseburger today, only at Jack in the Box. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Roots Sports Crew. Yankees lead it 4-3. Tom Wilhelmsen will continue on here in the home eighth. First pitch strike. Chase Headley, switch hitter. Now they shift Seager over to the right side. And Brad Miller at shortstop.
And as you would expect, Andrew Miller, hard-throwing left-hander, getting loose in the pen for the Yankees. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
Headley tonight has struck out, delivered an RBI single in the fourth, and bounced into a double play. Place heater by Tom. 2-2. Yankee RBIs tonight: Young, Headley, McCann, and Alex Rodriguez with a home run. Young also homered. That was back in the second. Erod in the seventh. Two from Big Tom. Walked in. Montgomery walked three. Beimel walked one, and now Tom's first free pass. There's D.D. Gregorius. 1 for 3. Second inning base hit to right. Back one to Didi. Tom thrilled to be back with the big club. Talked to him before the game today, and recall from Tacoma, got 4 innings of work down with the Rainiers. McClendon said, hey, got to have Tom be the bridge guy to the late inning relievers for the Mariners. Did a great job last year. Zanino going out for a quick check.
Kyle Seager was way in at third base expecting the bunt. Gregorius ended up swinging away, fouling that pitch off, so Kyle moved back a couple of steps. You can see where he is, still on the grass. Nuno up again. He was up earlier in the ball game.
Gone over towards the line is Seth Smith there to make the play. And there's one out here in the 8th inning. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Each month, one lucky fan is going to win a Coors Light Refrigerator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Garrett Jones, big home run against the Mariners back in Seattle. He's going to pitch it to Ref Snyder. Garrett's been around with Pittsburgh along with being with the Marlins. Jones with a 3-run homer on Tuesday, June 2nd in the 11th inning to propel the Yankees to a 5-3 win. coming out.
Well, they had him throw over to first base, but we saw Nuno getting loose in the pen, just trying to buy him some time.
Match it up.
Probably still looking for the signal from the bullpen if he's ready to go or not, and he just is able to get it. So it'll be Nuno.
Nuno's going to take over, and he'll go toe-to-toe with Garrett Jones. The second half with some straight talk to his ball club today.
Yeah, I think it's important that we hit the reset button. We retreated a little bit. The first half was not very good for us. And, one of the things I pointed out to my players, in a lot of ways, it was embarrassing. I was very embarrassed for our ownership, general manager, our fans. And this is something that we have to right. We got tremendous fans, and they've been very loyal and great to us. And we got to step up, and we got to get better. And I think each and every guy in that locker room is committed to doing that.
A commitment from the players. How will Lloyd be different in the second half?
Listen, I pride myself in preparation every day. From that standpoint, I won't be any different. There's some things that I've talked to my players about, and certainly accountability is one of them. And it's my job to hold them accountable to those things. So we've discussed that. But if you're looking for a guy that's going to rant and rave and embarrass the players during the course of a game, that's not going to happen. That's not me, and I don't believe in that. But my players understand that there's a line that they can't cross, and there's certain things they have to do on the field. And, I'll demand that out of them.
And I think that's really important. And the main thing is one of the things that Lloyd, and part of the reason why they had success last year, took a big step forward, is how consistent he is about his job and what he's trying to do. Listen, he delivered a message. Here you go. And now it's pretty much on them, I think.
Fly ball center field off the bat of Jones. Jackson's there to make the play. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order in Jacoby Ellsbury. Looking ahead to the top of the ninth. Smith, Jackson, and Ackley, 5, 6, and 7. Well, there could be some pinch hitting because Andrew Miller, a hard-throwing left-hander, preparing to enter the game. As you look at the Nuno numbers.
ERA right at 3, 11 strikeouts in the 12 innings. Opponent's hitting .267 against him. And I think you're right. We will see some right-handed hitters. There's a lot of them on the bench for Lloyd. 5 extras: Taylor, Sucre, Gutierrez, Trumbo, and Montero on the bench.
1-1. There's Andrew Miller. Stint on the disabled list, but he's been really good. He's been healthy. I think they found their combo to replace Mr. Rivera.
Tough act to follow, that's for sure. And with Rivera, a lot of times he'll come in the 8th inning too and finish. He's one of the last guys, the closers, that would pitch more than just the 1 inning.
There's his retired number. Last man in Major League Baseball to wear number 42.
Now pitching for the Yankees, Mariano Rivera.
The late Bob Shepard, wood and tone. Nuno in his second stint with the Mariners. Got to get the final out here in the 8th inning. Give the boys a chance to swing the bat, maybe do something heroic in the 9th. Strike 3 called. 3 strikeout night for Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 4 upon his 6th game back from the DL. 4-3. Yankees, Andrew Miller to take over. Over for Ref Snyder at second base, and the new pitcher's Andrew Miller. Franklin Gutierrez is going to pinch hit.
For Miller on the year, this will be his 30th appearance. You can see save opportunities 18 out of 18, a 1.53 ERA, 47 strikeouts, and 29 and a third. Opponents hitting .097. He's given up 2 home runs.
1-0 pitch to Goody.
He has a good fastball. It'll be in the low to mid 90s. And he also throws a hard slider.
One pitch. Fair ball, chopped to Headley. Throws out Goody. And away. Games 2 and 3. Here's what the pitching matchups look like. Our CenturyLink What's Next. Sashi Wakumo on the mound against Michael Pineda, the former Mariner. And then Felix with a sparkling record here at the stadium, the new stadium, 5-1. Goes against CC Sabathia.
It's always a lot of fun to watch him pitch here in New York.
There's big CC.
Austin Jackson's going to hit. Mark Trumbo has come out on deck.
Strike one, Austin. He's got 2 hits. Base hit to center in the second. Strikeout looking in the 4th. Infield hit in the 6th. Mark Trumbo waits his turn.
He's going to pinch hit for Dustin Ackley.
That's a nasty breaking ball. Did a good job to get a piece of that. Astros lead the Rangers 3-0. That's in the 5th. Texas is out hitting Houston 9-8 and has no runs. Had 4 hits in the 1st inning and didn't score. Here's the 0-2 to Jackson. Put it in play down to Headley. 2 outs.
And Lloyd's going to send up Mark Trumbo. Hoping he can get into one, tie this ball game up.
He's got the same kind of power that Alex Rodriguez showed to right center field. Pitch up and away, fastball. Maybe he can drive one opposite field as well. Crowded him. Ball 1. Trumbo 0 for 1 against Miller. The 1. Foul tips 94.
It's interesting watching Miller pitch here in this ballpark because most of the time late in the game you'll pitch away, but in this ballpark because of that short porch out to right, he has stayed in on all the right-handed hitters and he's going to get back in there again. And when you think about it, with somebody with Mark and his power, he could miss hit a ball and still hit it out to right. But he comes right back with that slider down on his feet.
47,086 rise to their feet here. And it's down to their last strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Down a run, 4-3. 1-2 count here to Trumbo. From Andrew Miller. The 1-2 pitch. Foul back.
And he ended up getting a good pitch to hit. Fastball 96. Middle in. He put a pretty good swing on it as he fouled it straight back. Take a look at the swing by Trumbo. You can see him again set up inside. That one runs right back middle away. Excuse me, middle in, and he missed it.
Trumbo would love to ride one out of here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Miller. Got a piece of it. Yankees in first place for the 14th consecutive day. 3.5 game lead on Tampa Bay starting this contest. Pitch. Line to left field. Gardner scooting over to get it. Trumbo will slam on the brakes, tying runs aboard. Great job, Mark Trumbo.
Really good at bat. Chris Taylor's going to come out and pinch run for him. Finally was able to get a pitch. It looked like the breaking ball, the slider. It's down, but it's in the middle of the plate as he hit it hard into left field. And a great play by Brett Gardner, the left fielder, to be able to cut it off and get it back in quickly to hold him to a single. See Gardner on the slide, gets up quickly, throws a strike. Good at bat for Trumbo and really good defense on the part of Gardner, the All-Star.
So Chris Taylor's going to run for Trumbo. And one time, #1 prospect in the Yankee organization, Jesus Montero, is going to pinch hit for Logan Morrison, and he was showing that right center field pop here at Yankee Stadium. His first foray as a Yankee, he did a lot of damage going opposite field in this building. Chops one foul.
Yankee outfielders are playing straight up and deep. Let's look at the defense.
Here's the 0-1 to Montero. Breaking ball, nasty. 0-2.
Just throwing him 2 sliders. This one he gets in off the plate. Jesus swings right over the top of it. That's Miller's best pitch.
Oh, 2 to Montero. Game on the line. Taylor at first. Pitch. Struck him out, and that's the ball game. Yankees won it 4-3. The Mariners' second half does not get off to the good start. They do get a good game from Kyle Seager, but didn't get a lot of help.
No, Kyle Seager, a really nice night, hitting the 2 home runs. Drove in all 3 runs for the Mariners. And I thought Montgomery really pitched well in this one tonight. Hold the Yankees down the way that he did. He gave up 3 runs. Pretty good, but in the end, you have to be able to score a few more runs. Mariners a little bit short tonight. We gave you the numbers when the Yankees are ahead. It's one of the reasons why they're in first place now. 47 consecutive games they have won. 19 saves in a row. 19 for 19 for Andrew Miller. You really need to get a lead past the 7th inning against this club because they will shorten the game.
Yankees go to 49-40. Mariners drop to 41-49. Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Jen and Bill.